Hello, Austin, Texas. You're listening and watching the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt, where we bring sports and money together for your education and entertainment. If you have any questions about anything we say today, and usually after a day like today, you will have some questions, please reach out to us at loansfromtroy.com or give us a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing your American dream. And today we have superstar Jenna Dubon. From On Air Realty here. If we're going to talk real estate, we should have somebody that's really good at it.
That knows what they're talking about.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for having me.
And I think it's really good time to be talking about real estate right now.
Yes.
It's been a crazy market for a while, and it's kind of changing up a little bit.
Hey, it's always a good time to talk about real estate.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So I was talking to somebody yesterday, and the media, they were asking questions about the market. And I said, well, the median sales price, 4 out of the 12 months last year jumped by 40%.
Is that a lot? Is that a lot? No,
And this year it was expected to slow down. I mean, everything out there was saying we were going to get a not normal, but closer to normal.
Level out.
Yes, to
Yeah.
where, appreciation was going to be around the 10%, 9, 10, 11, 12, just depending on where you go and stuff like that. Well, January happened, and now they've decided that they were way too low. They're expecting, 20%
you're talking about-
appreciation again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pricing of homes.
For the year of 2022.
Wow.
Where they were thinking 9, 10, 11, coming into 2022. Why that is, you can hear thousands of reasons. Everybody talk from inflation, all sorts of things. The simple answer is we have 15 days of inventory in the market. That's the simple answer as to why the house price is going to go up, because it's law of scarcity. There's not enough homes for people to move into. We have more buyers than ever moving into the homes right now. And millennials are home buying age.
Yes.
And there's 70 million of them. So they're bringing literally 10 million new home buyers into the market. Plus
That's nationwide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus natural growth of just people buying up and things like that, are happening. Are you seeing this out there, Jenna?
Yes. It's we've seen where the market has kind of slowed down in, right around December time period, which is really normal. And what I mean by slow down is not like dead. We just don't have people in multiple offers to the point where we're hundreds of thousands of dollars over asking price.
But y'all are still having multiple offers.
We're still having multiple offers, and it all depends on the price point. So we actually had some price decreases in our market in December time period. And from there, it just started picking up again. And a lot of the people that were coming in and putting their homes in the market during this time period, they were looking at comps because, we run the comps for them, and they were closing out around, summertime when things were very, very high. So we're going in pricing as high as we can because we're going off of our comps, hoping that when we're pricing correctly, we're going to get in multiple offers like we were before. But what we're seeing is pricing at that high point on that slow season, people were able to kind of get either a little bit under what it was listed at, or depending on the price point, anything over about $600,000, that's what we were seeing. Anything under that, we were still seeing multiple offers. They just weren't to the extreme as what we were seeing over the summertime. But the pricing has caught up.
Mm-hmm.
That's been the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And appraisals.
Yes.
The appraisals are, we don't have issues with homes not appraising.
Yeah.
Somebody's making an offer of $20,000, $30,000 over list. The house is appraising.
It's appraising. So it's still appraising.
Yeah,
That
it's
was the
really
crazy thing is
Yeah,
how
I
fast
mean,
it
right.
appraised.
Yeah, because, back when this first started, we were getting dinged after dinged after ding because things were not appraising
Sure.
for, $100,000 over what it was listed
Well,
at.
people were doing appraisal waivers.
Yes,
because of it.
100%. I mean,
Right.
if you had cash, you were going to be the winner. If you were given a full appraisal waiver, you could compete with cash.
Right.
So there was lots of strategies that people were doing.
Meaning that when an appraiser came in and said this house is worth $300,000 and you paid $400,000, you're still on the hook with that contract.
Yes, they would have to bring cash difference per the contract. Now, builders, what we've been seeing lately is some of the builders, what they're building at, most of them have equity, but there's been a few where they're actually coming in under appraisal amount and the builders are not budging. They are canceling people's contracts. They're going back on the market.
Because they have people to buy it.
Exactly.
That's a good reason to have a realtor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to
Right? I
understand
mean, to
what you're
protect
getting
yourself.
into.
Right.
I mean, some people will call us after the fact when they're under contract and they're having problems, and we don't mind to answer some questions, but we can't get involved because the builder will not talk to us. It's just what it is.
So there's people out there right now. We're in a lull. and when I say low, an Austin low.
Yeah.
It's still an amazing market. You're saying that people are asking $30,000 over, not 100,000, but 30,000. So this is the time to jump in.
Yes,
because
and
it's only going to start jumping off again.
100%. And then honestly, price point wise, I wouldn't exactly put 30 on there because it just depends on where you're looking for a home at.
Sure.
But when it comes to how our market is, if you were selling your home and you might have pulled it off just because you weren't getting that top dollar that you're wanting, now's a good time to come back on the market. Right around springtime is when things start lifting off. And we're seeing so many more home buyers right now where they're actually able to get in. So if you're looking to purchase, you want to do it now before spring happens. And then if you don't have a home by spring, there's still ways for us to get you under contract, but you just have to be very creative. We look at the stats from what, in that area that you're looking for the home, what are they actually closing at? Are they closing $30,000 over asking price? Are they closing $100,000 over asking price? And then we're going to guide you based off of the numbers because the numbers never lie. They
Now,
are what they are.
Are there homes that you don't have to put extra money? Because some people don't have it.
Yes, there
So
are.
people are thinking, well, I have a down, I have to get a loan, which that takes money, right? Down payment. I don't have an extra 30,000, or if I did, that was going to go to the furniture for my house.
Yes.
Is there homes still that are in that market where they don't have to pay $30,000 over asking price?
There are some homes, but if that's what you're wanting to do, you have to be very realistic, and you're going to have to go outside of maybe your preferred areas because we have such a high housing demand that if it's in an area, like if you're in Austin, of course, you're not going to be able to get in with, no money out of pocket, not going above asking prices. It's not going to happen.
Downtown Austin, that's not happening.
It's not
Right.
happening. We just have to be very realistic, and you have to be realistic when you're looking. Know your budget, know where you're comfortable being at, and weigh out the difference of it. Me and Troy were talking about, this yesterday, is that when we're working with clients, we actually have to look at if they're driving 45 minutes to work, but they're saving money on their mortgage payment and they're spending all this money in tolls and gas, maybe they should go ahead and go up a little further on their budget, be closer into town.
Makes sense.
You're
You're going to pay it one way or another
yes,
sometimes.
Yes.
But we have a lot of people coming in town that already live here or live here that can work from home.
Yeah.
Then why don't you move out to those outskirts? And there's a lot of places now that have that infrastructure, that have that HEB and all those comforts you're not out in the boondocks.
Yeah, and it's all coming.
Yeah,
That's the
and
thing.
it's coming as well.
If you think you're moving to the boondocks in 5-6 years, it's probably not going to be the boondocks anymore.
No, they're building places in Thrall, Lockhart, Texas, Luling, anything outskirts-wise that's within 30 to 45 minutes from a major, so 30 minutes outside of Georgetown, 30 minutes from downtown Austin to 45 minutes. Those places are booming. And like you said, in 5 years, that infrastructure will be there. Plus, what will be there is a higher price in your house, and the investment will be there as well. So
Yes.
your gains will be there.
Absolutely. And one of the most important features when you're looking at this house is the internet. Make sure you test the internet.
Yes.
That's not a
Very
bad.
true.
No, that's not a, right.
You get in, you move in, you get everything set up, and you're like, and you hear,
Yeah.
and you're like, I can't work from home.
This is true.
So yeah.
Satellite internet is not like they advertise it. I'll put it that
Yeah,
way.
no,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
nobody thinks
you
that.
can
Nobody
get
thinks
internet,
that.
but
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
can you
In
get
some
internet?
of
Well,
these
sure.
houses, you even have to go outside to use your phone
Right.
if you don't have good internet connection.
This is
so
true. This
it's
is
a very
true.
good point to look at that when you're
So
searching.
so right now is a good time to sell your house, to buy a house, and how they get a hold of you to do that.
So y'all can give us a call at 512-310-8080 or go to our website. If you want to find out how much your home is worth and do a quick home evaluation, you can actually do it on our website. It's onairrealty.com. And then from there, we'll reach out to you just to get a little bit of more information. We're not going to spam you or anything like that, but we are going to help you. So, definitely reach out to us on those two different contacts.
And can they reach you at this barcode right here or this Q code?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, there's a QR code when you typically
That's what
put
it's
it-
called, a QR code.
But
I
typically put
hey,
it
I was all the way
right here.
around it. I almost had it, a QR code.
QR code, yep, right here.
That one right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They'll put it right there. So you scan that, download all the information, and it gets you straight to the website. That is a perfect idea because one thing, when people are looking, we were talking about this, is that I think it's more important now than ever before that you understand what you're looking for before you start. Why are you moving? Where are you moving to? What's important about it? Because you're going to have to pay a little bit more for the house than you want to, plain and
Yes.
simple. There's only 17 days of inventory, according to the computer.
Yes.
So you're going to have to pay more for it. So make sure it's the right home because there's a lot of people that in the last few years have been able to buy a home and then move a year later.
Yes.
Things like that. Well, you got to think, your house may be worth more a year later, but the house you're going to move to is worth a lot more later.
Yes. And you're pulling the equity out of that house to get, the bigger home. And I think what's also really important when y'all are starting the process of looking, a lot of people want to tell us, I'm waiting for the market to slow down or for the market to crash. But people have been saying that for the last year and a half, that they're waiting for the market to slow down and for it to crash. And if you would have bought a year and a half ago, you would have had so much equity in the property you would have purchased. And now you're going to have to pay a little bit more. And if you keep waiting, you're going to have to pay not only more for your home, but also the interest rates. I mean, they're steadily climbing.
Yeah, I mean, with
Are they steadily climbing, or they're
oh no, they're steadily climbing.
Yeah.
I mean, so with that, let's just think about it, right? If you're looking at a home now, let's say it's 400,000, but you wait until the summer. Well, that house is now 440. Let's just say 440.
Yeah.
Conservatively 440.
Yes.
I mean, more than likely it's more, but conservatively it's 440. But the interest rate went from 3.5% to 4%. So now that house costs you 490 because there's another $25,000 per house for every 0.25% of interest. That's how much you're losing. So looking at that 440 house, you can't buy it. You're now buying a 390 house in the summer, and the house that was 390 costs 430, so you can't even qualify for that house.
And
But the
what you're
interest rate,
saying-
that's not a bad interest rate, though.
No.
No.
And,
But
and if you're renting,
Yes.
renting is 100% interest rate.
right, yes.
So
and
any interest rate's not
like we
bad.
said,
Yeah.
if you're renting, you're at worst case scenario interest rate
Right.
at that point. It can't get any higher. It's 100%.
It's 100%.
Yeah, every dime you spend is interest.
So it's a good time to buy.
Yes.
And like you're saying, some people, if you had bought 2 or 3 years ago, but you're going to wish you had bought now because
Yes.
in 2 or 3 years from now,
Yeah.
the same thing's going to happen.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean,
not a bad time.
We've got another 3 to 5 years of this projection in this area because they just can't build the houses fast enough. It's
Yes.
not. It's just it's a housing shortage, and so until we can get more slabs on the ground and more doors opened up, we're going to be in this situation.
So they can just scan the QR code
Yes, right here, this QR code right here.
right there,
Mm-hmm.
and then they call what?
855-299-HOME as always, or reach out to Jenna,
Yes, at 512-310-8080.
and you can.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can also reach her on Air Realty. And you've been listening and watching the Home Team. We thank you for enjoying this time with us. If you have any questions, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com, or you can give me a call at 855-299-HOME. As always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing your American dream. And we'll see you in just a minute.